Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So it seems as Vasyl Lomachenko on the wake of becoming the WBC lightweight champion. He's also the WBA and the WBO lightweight champion. He's looking to become undisputed at the lightweight division, but we know rising star TEOFIMO Lopez will be taking on IBF lightweight champion Richard Commey December 14th. That's the title. That's the fight. The winner of that fight is the fight that Vasyl Lomachenko is looking to face to become undisputed at the lightweight division. But they don't fight until December 14th. He just fought 2 weeks ago, okay? So Vasyl Lomachenko is looking to stay active. And to do so, you know, that's quite a long time. You have to think the winner of that fight is not going to fight at least 3 to 4 months after that fight, meaning that they won't be ready to fight until March, okay? He just fought a few weeks ago. August 24th, I believe, was the date that Vasyl Lomachenko fought on. And so Vasyl Lomachenko is going to still be looking to stay active. You know, you're talking about September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 7 months until he would step back in the ring. Should he just sit on his hands and wait for the winner of that fight to reveal themselves so he could get a fight for undisputed, okay? I told you guys that Vasyl Lomachenko was going to stay busy, okay? Look to stay busy. And now opponent has rose as George Kambosos Jr., undefeated Australian fighter, seems to be the next opponent for Vasyl Lomachenko. He's an undefeated guy, 17-0, 10 knockouts. He's an Australian-born fighter. He fights predominantly in Australia, obviously. And this is the guy that Bob Arum, top-ranked CEO and promoter of Vasyl Lomachenko, is highlighting, saying that, you know, Vasyl Lomachenko has to stay busy, you know, and he must explore and be exposed to different demographics, different countries, different fans. They're trying to build this fan base as much as possible. Bob Arum stated that, you know, Muhammad Ali just didn't fight in the States. He fought all over the country. And this is what we're aiming to do with Vasyl Lomachenko. And a guy of George Kambosos Jr., you know, who's a very popular fighter over in Australia, superstar boxer. He's a very tall fighter. He's almost 5'10" for the lightweight division. So he's pretty big for the division. He has 10 knockouts, 17 fights. And this is a guy, he has a TKO in his last fight, which he fought in June 7th for 2019 was the last time he fought against Richard Pena. He got a TKO victory over him. You know, he faced Ray Perez. He got a unanimous decision victory over him. You know, not too many notable names on his resume. You know, but they're looking to campaign over in Australia or in Saudi Arabia, you know, to travel the country and showcase Vasyl Lomachenko and his skill set. As Bob Arum put it, you know, he shouldn't be, you know, subjected to only fighting in one country. The world needs to see his skill set. He says he has a very exciting skill set, very interesting. You know, it needs to be on display for the world to see. And why not? Since that fight between Richard Commey and TEOFIMO Lopez is not going to take place till December 14th, you know, that's a ways away. And not to mention they won't be ready, the winner of that fight won't be ready to face Lomachenko until at the very least March. You know, Lomachenko wants to get a fight in between then. And looks like the top possible that he could fight in December as well against George Kambosos Jr., okay, over in Australia or in Saudi Arabia. So they're going to look to showcase Vasyl Lomachenko, give him another guy that, you know, he says that it's very difficult to find strong opponents for Vasyl Lomachenko. He says, but, you know, this guy seems to be a pretty good boxer. He's very well known in Australia. And so that, you know, placing Vasyl Lomachenko in Australia against a guy that's well known in Australia will just make his name bigger should he be victorious and do it in spectacular fashion over in Australia, and he'll earn the respect and draw a crowd of of the Australian fan base. Look to capture the Australian fan base and become a Vasyl Lomachenko fan base. This guy is an ex training partner of Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, 8th division Filipino superstar boxer who's currently the welterweight WBA champion. So he's the sparring partner and training partner for Manny Pacquiao. So he's known in that regard. And so this is where this seems to be, the route that Bob Arum is going to take to keep Lomachenko busy. He's not going to look to put him in there with a Devin Haney, which should be the next fight, right? Because Devin Haney is going to become the mandatory for the WBC lightweight belt should he be victorious this upcoming Friday, right? So why not just stage that, get your mandatory out the way against Devin Haney in December, and then go on for undisputed. You kind of, what you do is you tax two birds with one stone, right? You get your mandatory out the way, then you work your way to undisputed. But we understand that Devin the Dream Haney presents too much of a threat for them to attempt to go that route. And that's too risky. They're just going to stay, busy, take the safe route and work their way to undisputed. Now, should Vasyl Lomachenko defeat the winner TEOFIMO Lopez and Richard Commey, become undisputed, that's a mega fight for Devin Haney. That would be a mega fight for him to land that fight, right? So let's see how this all plays out. But Devin Haney will be the mandatory for that WBC belt. And I would think that, the proper route would be to get that out the way, right? But we know they're not going to take too much of a chance. That's too much of a risk, too much of a chance. But that's all I got for y'all. Expect to see Vasyl Lomachenko in December against George Kambosos Jr., undefeated Australian boxer, 17-0, 10 knockouts. They're looking to place this fight in Australia. So look to check that out. Look for this to be announced soon. We know that, remember, Top Rank Bob Arum found Jeff Horn in Australia, right? So this is nothing new to Bob Arum and Top Rank and ESPN. As we know, they took Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao to Australia, and he came up short against Jeff Horn in a fight that he was there to showcase his talents, and he didn't need to be, his star power didn't need to be built up. But let's see. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to new media. Shouts out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the